Time Magazine.
Some of the people who had traded in the most like
Burger King, not Happy Meals.
can't believe my student.
On our road to Stonewall, Lady Gaga. Carlos Marrero discusses fashion at the Met Gala.
Celebrities, models, and...
It's all happening out tonight. Join us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Guest host, Antonio Biaggi. Special guest, Marcy Miller. And special guest, Misty Eyez. And your host, fashion designer Carlos Marrero. Trans activist Aaron Phoenix. Reality star Chef Josie. DJ Diva Power Infiniti. Log cabin Republican Joe Brookman. And our host, Al Ferguson. It all starts right now, live on It's Happening Out.
Good evening, America! And it is Wednesday, so what's going on Wednesday? It's happening out live from the gayest place on planet Earth, broadcasting from the Fort Lauderdale Grand Hotel. I'm Chef Josie. I know I look a little different than Al, and I'm here with my esteemed and electric panel, my friends, Marcy, Carlos, Antonio Biaggi, Aaron Phoenix, and Power Infiniti. I want to remind you that we are broadcasting live, so if we mess up, you're going to watch it.
Anything goes, people.
And we will mess up. Right now, I want to remind you to like and share a watch party on Facebook. Check this video out just in case you don't know how to do that.
When viewing our show in your app, please click share. After clicking share, your screen should change and you can click watch party. On the next screen, you can write text to your viewing audience. And then click start watch party. You've done it. Now you can control the conversation in your own private chat of our episode.
Yay, instructions.
Now, don't forget to like us and subscribe on YouTube, as we are now broadcasting live on YouTube Live. All right, so let's get this exciting show off the ground. We are so excited to bring you this episode of It's Happening Out because it is going to be mind-blowing. Al's out of the way, and I'm in charge.
Tell us how you really feel.
And, Al's out of the way. I'm in charge. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to do my best.
It's a coup over here, y'all.
Yeah, I'm going to
taking over.
I'm going to do my best to rein in this electric panel. I mean, these guys are going to bring you the most important perspectives in our gay community, and so you really get an honor of hearing what they have to say.
No pressure or anything.
Yeah. All right. Well,
electric.
To kick this episode off, we'd like to share with you the meme of the week.
Oh my God!
All right, and isn't that crazy? So it's like reality coming true, and I mean, how do we take reality and turn it into a meme? That's the world we're living in right now.
All I know is that I want Kentucky Fried Chicken right now.
The dude was eating chicken at
that would have been a better
Yes.
meme. That would actually have been a better meme of the week. The guy stuffing his face with Kentucky Fried Chicken.
That was great.
All right, and so, one of my favorites, today we're going to share with you the best thing of the week.
She slipped. So many indiscretions. I need a drink. Roseanne. Page 12. Will Mueller talk? Hey, Mayor Pete, I think you're cute. No way. Hey, Mike. Mitch, please. I missed Jeff says. I thought this chapter would be funny. Can we at least impeach Melania? Now it's no wonder that the Dems are fuming. They say his actions are bizarre. Look at all the tales he spun for an audience of one. And he really is incredible. For real though, he's incredible. No, really, he's not credible. That bar, Roseanne.
So that's the bottom line.
Oh, man, we love that, Randy Rainbow.
Yes, we do.
You know, listen, you must be wondering at this point, why am I here leading this crazy group of kids? And where is Al? Well, Al right now is in Cuba. He is getting and paving the way for the rest of us who are going to be joining him tomorrow.
I heard he's trying some morcilla from Cuba.
Oh, really?
He got a little hungry. He had to go for the Cuban sandwich before you got there.
And there are no bodegas in Cuba. Okay. So here's a little word from Al.
Hello, America. It's Al from It's Happening Out, and this is Napoleon, and we're coming from Cienfuegos, Cuba. And I'm here with my friend Santiago Hermes, the famous artist here in Cuba, and his wife, Mary, and the director of the project with Santiago and Mary, Ariana. And we're standing in their studio here in Cienfuegos. And of course, you know all about it because of their connection with Pulse and Eddie Sotomayor right here. And we're in the studio, we're getting ready for Havana Pride. Tomorrow we're on our way to Havana to welcome the American delegation. And we wanted to tell all of the viewers of the show, hello from Cuba, and you're going to see a lot more in the coming days. And we'll pan around and show you a bit of the studio, just a little faster. So come to Cuba, everybody. We'll see you with everyone arriving from America tomorrow for Havana Pride. Have a great show. Hola.
Hello.
See you tomorrow, yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't give instructions from over there.
I know he'll be waiting.
Which we would have ignored the same way we do when he's over here.
True. True.
And I'm certain he'll be waiting with some feedback for me tomorrow. All right.
Oh, please. He's going to call you at 10:30 tonight.
So that moves us into, well, yeah. So
Oh,
there you go.
yes.
Oh, my God.
I'm kind of liking the
Wow.
pixie cut.
I have arrived, guys. Okay.
You kind of look like it.
Yeah, I know. That's it. I'm taking down the 5 kingdoms, the 7 kingdoms. Okay, whatever. All right.
That eyebrow raise is epic, of epic proportions.
I think Aaron just got excited.
No,
Just saying.
I'm a queen
Oh,
there.
sorry.
No.
Yeah. Only when you're the chef. That's when I'm like, hey.
Hey. So, and Marcy likes to call me a queen. All right,
Queen.
so I'll let you.
Yeah.
I'll let you worry about that. Anyway, so during the episode tonight, we have to figure out a way to muffle some of our hosts, and including myself, but not this week. Hey, but we have a chip. So during the episode, our hosts are going to be able to throw in their chip when we have reached our threshold. And if they want to continue talking, they must throw in their chip, and they all get to buy me a drink. And listen, guys, I'm going to hold you to it.
In Cuba, that's
cheaper. But
She's going to be hungover in the plane tomorrow.
Oh, my God, I'm feeling it right now. You're telling me.
Flying hungover. Fun.
But to move right into the show, you guys, we have a big show for you, so we're going to keep this moving along. In the celebrity headlines right now, Imagine Dragons are speaking out against conversion therapy. They just received an award at the Billboard Awards. Take a look at this video right now.
Thank you guys very much. Thank you. I just want to take this moment to say there are still 34 states that have no laws banning conversion therapy. 34. And on top of that, 58% of our LGBTQ population live in those states. This can change, but it's going to take all of us talking to our state legislation, pushing forward laws to protect our LGBTQ youth. And lastly, I just want to say, we have seen with conversion therapy that our LGBTQ youth have double the rate of depression, triple the rate of suicide after conversion therapy. It's not working, needs to change. Thank you, guys.
I mean, those are rock stars I can get behind.
Yeah.
In other news, we have...
And he can get behind me.
Girl, don't we know that.
Sexy.
With all of our Game of Thrones fans out there, Sansa just got married. Did you know that?
Wow.
I don't know who that even is.
All right. Sophie Turner, the Jonas Brothers are out there, they're taking their stake on marriage right now, and I think they're all one-upping each other, actually. Right now, we have Joe Jonas surprising in Vegas with Sophie Turner and getting married.
That was epic.
Pretty epic. And then, last but not least, it's all over the headlines right now. Everyone wants to know, what's the name of the royal baby?
What is
it? We don't know still.
Spencer? No?
Power.
Okay. So they are following in a very traditional way, choosing a name fitting for a prince.
They're Prince of Sussex.
Exactly.
Ah, that's great.
Okay.
Good for them.
Come here, Sussex.
I thought it had something to do with Diana, with Lady D. I don't know.
Baby Sussex, Prince Archie. Okay, don't ask me. I'm not a royal. All right. Okay.
God.
Wait, you're a queen.
Queen for
We're
a
brown.
day.
We don't know what's
Queen for a
happening.
day. And last but not least in our
That
celebrity
name is almost
headlines.
as long as a black name.
Girl.
Or Spanish name, Maria Conchita Los Pendeja.
Oh my God. But last but not least, we have a Madonna's new single celebrating the 50th anniversary of Stonewall, I Rise.
Madam It.
Cool.
And if you haven't seen her new album, it is fierce. You guys go get your cha-cha shoes on and go and play a game. Get your dancing. This woman is dancing. Okay.
Yeah.
She looks hot.
Right now, guys. Listen. I couldn't bring to the table this topic if it weren't probably one of the most relevant topics in the news at the moment. America, Donald Trump. Okay.
That's the whole story.
All right, that's it. We're going home.
And moving on from headlines.
And we're done.
And scene.
Yeah, and see, Donald Trump just evoked his executive order over the Mueller report. Barr was also held in contempt by the Judiciary Committee.
This just happened, people.
Wow.
That's breaking news. Fire on the news, okay? But guys, let's get to the stories that really matter in this world, okay? Look, I'm not into fast food, but Burger King right now is doing a very conscious step towards addressing mental health in this country. I'd like to show you a video.
Not everybody wakes up happy. Sometimes you feel sad, scared, crappy. All I ask is that you let me feel my way.
Feeling blue, kinda down. Can't wait to leave this closed-minded town.
My boss is such a freaking creep. I just told him to go himself.
When I'm feeling weird or sappy, not all angry, just not happy. All I ask is that you let me feel my way.
I can't believe my student loan. I'm never moving out of my parents' home. just got ghosted. Should've known. Pretty sure I'll end up alone.
They say I'm too young to raise my baby girl. Take your opinions and suck it, world.
All I ask is that you let me feel my way. All I ask is that you let me feel my way. All I ask is that you let me feel my way.
Oh.
You know, listen, guys, this is, again, one of the most conscious campaigns I've seen around. What do you guys have to add to this conversation?
Listen, I'm not one to cape for corporations. We all know this. Hi, I'm Erin. Nice to meet you. But, I love this video. I think it's great that they are taking a stand towards something that's really meaningful right now. And not just doing the whole, okay, this is too much.
I thought it looked good.
Thanks. Green is my color. They weren't just doing the generic, rainbow LGBT thing or whatever. They're really addressing an issue, and I love that. I saw it, and I really thought unhappy meals. Okay, I know that topic was picked for me personally. So I'm the salty meal always, all the time, and I love it. But I'm not a positive vibes only kind of person.
I just thought that it didn't look like a regular commercial. At the beginning, because I got the link from YouTube, and that in YouTube they feed you another commercial before whatever you're gonna watch. And I was expecting like a Burger King commercial, and then this sad thing started, and I was like, "Is this an antidepressant commercial?" And it was just
kind of.
Then I started crying, and that's why I'm wearing my sad crown.
I teared up a a little bit too. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah.
I was a little moist.
God, Aaron.
It's
Aaron.
I know, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Corporate devil.
It's not. I think it's great, but I'm wearing the I don't give a fuck because I don't care about fast food companies. So I hate when the news talk about the new sandwich from so and so. But I think the message is amazing. It's great. I just don't give a fuck about any fast food. So.
Wow.
I think the message is very pertinent, especially being that for myself personally, mental illness has affected my family in that, my brother just committed suicide. So I think that, there's a stigma attached to it that people don't want to talk about. And by Burger King doing this and bringing it to the forefront, it really helps to normalize something that people keep inside all the time. So I applaud them for this.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to throw in my chip on this one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm going to use it early. So
all right, Marcy's throwing in her chip.
For someone who likes to eat my feelings, I know that now I have a meal that will, satisfy all of my feelings so I can feel all of it and feel fine. Thanks, Burger King.
That took a turn that I was not expecting.
It always does.
Well, we're gonna on behalf of the host, we're gonna say thank you, Burger King, for taking a step in a conscious direction. This is a great message that everyone at It's Happening Out can get behind. Feel your feels. All right. Recently, guys, there was an act that was passed in the House without one single Republican vote. Mm-hmm. Let that sink in for a moment. Mm-hmm. An Equality Act that was passed without one single Republican vote.
Damn.
That was pathetic.
Yeah. I mean, there's really almost nothing to say.
Yeah. I mean, I personally, guys, listen, I do my best to be neutral about everything so we can come to solutions. However, when there's zero report from Republican cowards, that's a little hard for me to even get behind. Right now, I want to show you a pie chart so you can see. I mean, it's not just enough for me to tell you. Let me show you.
This is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. I mean, I love blue, but not that much.
You were the blue meal.
I love blue.
I would like to say that, and I'm challenging It's Happening Out, and I'm going to say this on the air. I would like us to come back. Isn't Joe supposed to be back next week?
Yes.
Okay. I would like us.
Wait, is he gay?
What?
Is Joe gay?
Is he gay?
Yeah, I'm kidding.
It's
an equality
Joe,
act.
I am going to say right here this week, next week I would like us to come back to this topic because I really don't think it does us too much good to talk about it. We all feel the same way. I want to hear what Joe has to say.
Yeah.
I want to hear what he has to say.
I agree.
Let's go there.
He's always talking about how pro-LGBT the Republican Party is and how at the convention they were rah-rah and they were throwing a pride parade. Let's see the parade. Bring on the parade now. I want to see what Joe has to say. So next week, let's bring this back up. Jared Curry, run it back. And
okay, Jared, you heard that.
Power Infiniti for governor of Florida.
Jared is already editing, bitch.
I agree.
All right. So listen, guys. You know, with no Republicans representing for the LGBT community, we already know that. Right now, I want to bring to your attention the recent Times cover with Pete Buttigieg and his partner, possibly the first
husband or first
First
lady. I don't know.
husband,
Whatever
first
he wants to
gentleman.
call himself.
First gentleman.
The first gentleman here, possibility for the United States of America on the cover of Time magazine. What do you think about that?
Well, I do have to say,
First lady.
I do want to say that Chasten Buttigieg, who's the husband, tweeted the cover. First of all, I thought it was a meme.
Yeah, me
I
too.
thought it was fake.
Yeah.
But I kind of gagged a little when it was like the real thing. And Chasten said on his tweet, 11 years ago, when I came out, I didn't think there was a place for me in this world. 10 months ago, we said, I do. 1 month ago, we said, let's do this, run for president. And today, this. So, to
So
those
his lucky
people
number
that
is
are not
111.
fan of Mr. Buttigieg, let's just look at that. And I'll give you that. Now, where's the cover of Kamala Harris? Where's the cover of Elizabeth Warren?
Thank
And
you.
I just think that it's a little weird that for the women running in this election, electability is a term that we use,
I saw a
but it's
video
just
this
for
week
the
on
women,
that.
not for the guys. So I just want to challenge these people to give it up.
I
agree. I love them. I could sleep between the two of them, but we need to bring the girls in.
Yeah,
Hell yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
Would anyone like to use their chip for this for this topic?
Nah.
All right. Well, America.
I'll let you know.
And if we talk about him next week, I'm walking off. I love Pete Buttigieg to death, but we've had Pete.
But we're putting it in
like Aaron
perspective.
said, we've had Pete's dick down our motherfucking throats for the last 3 weeks on this show. Please.
Okay then.
If he dies, we got to talk about
Oh,
him.
yeah, well.
Oh wait, we don't want to go off the air. Sorry.
Well,
This is
you've heard directly from
He was the sad meal,
the
that's
Queen's
why.
mouth. I'm the Queen, but kind of like, come on, Power's really the Queen here, okay? Power, says that she can't have Pete Buttigieg's dick in her mouth anymore. So we'll see how that looks in the upcoming weeks of It's Happening Out. We're going to lighten the load right now, guys, because, we love this part of the show where we get to do a little shag, marry, chop.
Yeah! Wow! Speaking of putting things down our mouth.
Exactly. So we're going to do a little shag, marry, chop. And to begin, what better way to begin Shag, Marry, Chop than with the 007 Special Agent lineup?
Oh yes.
I already know.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
I already
so
know mine.
Let's see what you guys can do here, okay? Who
have
wants
our
to go
guest
first?
start.
Okay, I'll start. All right, so I'm going to shag Daniel Craig. I'm going to marry Sean Connery because his voice is I can listen to that every day. And then I'm going to chop Roger Moore because He owed now, Gert.
Well, Sean Connery doesn't look like that. But
Well,
anyway.
no, but still, I don't even care.
Yeah. And I
don't
hate
even
to
care.
say it, but I'm gonna repeat what she just said. I'm gonna shag Daniel. I'm gonna marry Sean, and out Roger.
This for me is quite easy. Quite easy. I'm going to shag Sean Connery because he likes to slap women around, so I figure he should. So we can't get married, but he can slap me around in bed. Daniel Craig, I've been wanting to marry since ever, so I'm definitely gonna marry him. And Roger Moore gets the ultimate infinity chop.
Okay.
Okay, well, now that I know new information has presented itself at this hour on breaking news.
Here we go.
The angry sack.
No, I'm gonna have to go the same way. In all seriousness, yeah, you could slap me around once, but
Right.
We're not going there. And definitely marry Daniel Craig. He is so sexy. Those eyes like pierce right through you and pure it. And I don't even know who the other guy is, so he's out.
Roger Moore, you don't know who Roger Moore is.
He wasn't born.
He owed.
I guess this side of the table is kind of the same. I'm shagging Sean Connery. I'm gonna marry Daniel. Since I saw that he was short, I have a thing for short guys, short daddies. So yeah, I'm like, and then he's English, so you know he's uncut. So I'm marrying him.
The secret
And
life
this
of
one, he
Antonio
looks like a
Biaggi.
Republican.
He likes the short, uncut films.
I like to call it unedited.
I like short daddies.
You like short uncut?
Short daddies and uncut, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Very specific.
Okay.
I like everything. I don't have a taste, but
I was 2 out of those 3 things. You just can't call me daddy.
All right, so you guys know, life is short. Let's keep this moving along, okay? Let's go with the next. Everyone loves someone who can make them laugh.
Oh yes.
I want to start with this one. All right. I'm marrying Trevor Noah. I'm sorry.
She hasn't said the name.
No,
I know. It's okay. Let him go.
I got excited.
Antonio, hold a bird.
Yeah, so you get to choose. Are you going to shag, marry, chop, Trevor Noah, Steve Byrne, or Anthony Jeselnik?
Well, I already said I'm marrying Trevor Noah.
you gotta pick the other
I
two.
stay with
Mary.
him. I don't. The other two, I really don't. Who are there?
Well, you have to pick, honey.
Pick one.
Okay,
Shag
so
or
shag
chop.
this one and that one cut.
You're supposed to say the name.
Okay, so I shag Anthony and cut Steve.
There you go.
Okay. I'll go. So I don't know who any of these people are, but I like funny people. But I'm going to shag Trevor Noah.
Good.
Because he looks like he looks like he would put in some effort. And then I'm going to marry Steve Byrne because I like the Asian thing, clearly. And then I'll chop Anthony because there's enough of white in my relationship. I'm a white.
What is the Asian thing exactly?
I'm married to an Asian.
Being Asian in general, that's the Asian thing.
That's it.
She's giving you Miss Saigon realness.
Yes, give me almondized realness.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
We're off to the races.
I am going to shag Anthony Jeselnik.
The pastier,
the tastier.
We know you
I
already.
have you
Your
girls.
type.
I'm voice trained, and I'm going to marry Trevor Noah. To me, he's one of my favorites ever.
I'm surprised.
Oh Lord,
Oh,
here we
you
go.
think I'm such a racist, right? I am not.
He likes
I
one of my
love
tweets
Trevor
and
Noah.
I got
Like,
crazy
I would
when
do
he
him
did.
right
Well,
now.
you have a million.
No,
But
I
I want to
didn't.
marry him because he's rich.
I was like,
Two.
If a white person had said that, it would have been racist.
They
All
don't
right.
let me finish. football.
Ladies, is someone talking?
Look,
or
Power's
no?
trying to slip out of this, okay? So y'all shut up. So Power can have the floor.
You talked right through me.
Sorry, I was like, I was.
Don't
just
be
saying-
sorry. Just be aware.
Oh, you're not finished.
Don't be sorry. Just be careful.
Are you finished?
Now
I am.
I heard you.
Are you complete? Okay, great.
Between the racists and talking over me, Al, we need you back.
Oh God.
I'm doing my best, guys. Power.
Okay, so I am going to, in the order shag, marry, chop, I'm going to shag that guy, Anthony. I don't know who the hell Anthony or Steve Burns is, but I'm just going to shag Anthony.
He's your type.
Yeah, well, my husband's blonde hair and blue eye too, so I'm going to marry Trevor Noah, and Steve Burns is chopped.
Okay.
All right. Well, now that we know Al has retired to Cuba, I'm going to show you guys who's really in charge. Okay. Put up the slide, Jared.
Lesbian night.
God.
Fuego, guys. Okay.
Caliente.
So we're gonna go a little shag, marry, chop. Who wants to start?
I'll
Of course.
So I am in between shagging and marrying Janelle Monáe. 'cause
You
I
have
just
to pick
love
one.
her. No, I know. So I am going to. I'm going to shag Sarah Paulson, actually, and then I'm going to marry Janelle Monáe because I can shag her repeatedly. And then I'm going to chop Portia because Ellen got her covered. So we're good.
Go, Ellen.
I hate to follow you exactly the same, but I would shag Sarah Paulson because she's kind of wicked on American Horror Story. And Janelle wore the most sickening gown at the Met Gala.
The best.
As a queen, I will marry
Spoiler
her
alert.
because I know her gown will be fierce. And then Portia, I would actually marry her too, but I can't, so I have to kick her out.
Well, congratulations.
You're well taken.
You're now the gayest answer ever on Shag, Marry, Chop. A record previously held.
Next week.
A record previously held by Sir Ari Gold. So it's prestigious.
Oh God.
Okay, so I'm definitely. Oh man, I don't want to go the same way. All right, so I'm gonna shag Portia de Rossi because she looks like she's a little bit of a mess.
She's a hot mess.
See, perfect.
Yeah.
That'd be a good time. And then I'm definitely marrying Janelle Monáe. She's incredible in everything.
Yes.
And I'm gonna chop Sarah Paulson because I don't know who she is.
What?
Oh my God.
Literally.
I'm with you. I don't know any of the three of
why
them,
not?
so I'm like, who are they?
What?
I know. It's just
Who are they? I don't know who are they.
There's a problem.
Gay
I'm going to. I mean, Janelle. I will marry that one. I'll shag Sarah, and I don't know who, that one. Chop her.
That's
I don't know
not-
them. I don't know any of the three of them. I'm
Ay,
sorry.
Dios
I-
mío, en el nombre del Padre, del Hijo, del Espíritu Santo.
who are they?
Oh, well, I'll tell you later.
So
That's a
famous.
whole other show.
I'll
So
tell-
famous.
I'll tell you
Story
later.
and badass bitch. Okay.
Oh, stuff that I don't watch. Okay.
Well, that's it for shag, marry, chop.
Come on, girl.
We're moving right along.
You're gonna do
Come
it.
on.
You're gonna do
Let's
it.
go, Shaggy.
I'm so strictly dickly that I just cannot.
Okay, well, imagine they all
Wrap
have
your head
dicks,
around
girl.
it. Trust me, that's how I felt
Complete
for
gold
weeks.
star.
Okay, so I'm going to marry Janelle Monáe. Okay, I'm going to shag. I'm gonna shag Portia and give her some love since y'all shaded her. Sarah Paulson gets the chop for me, and Janelle Monáe is every motherfucking thing. So she gets my ring on it.
She gets married.
Yeah,
We
she
marry
gets my
her.
ring.
And you know, power don't pay a compliment to a celebrity very very
No,
often.
but she's everything.
She's everything. All right, so now
No,
I
I
know
said she's every motherfucking thing.
every motherfucking thing. So now I know exactly my wife's type, and trust me, we've been together 5 years, so trust that I know her type. Okay. And you know, I
like a
encourage
little
it.
So
chocolate
was
in
that
my
a trap?
So
No, I like a little chocolate in
We're
my
cool.
milk.
Come on over. Okay. Anyways. Listen, guys, this is a great honor. We're going to move on to some fun. There was a lot of things going on in the news this week, but most importantly, it was the Met Gala. Yeah. And so we're going to go ahead and show you. You know, right now we bring you our fashion expert, Carlos Marrero.
Alrighty, so Liberace, Gaga, Bob Mackie, John Waters, eccentric, bad taste done well, extra.
Of course.
Abundance, elegance. What am I talking about? Camp.
Camp.
Yeah.
I had to spell it out because a lot of people did not know what camp was, and that was the theme for the pink carpet, not the red carpet, at the Met Gala, which some of us call it the Fashion Oscars. And I decided to pick up some of the best of the best. And we're going to start with awards. I'm going to give the most versatile award to the one and only Lady Gaga. Watch
Yes.
this. All right,
wow.
Lady Gaga changed not once, not twice,
Jesus.
not 3 times,
God.
but 4 times in less than 15 minutes. This bitch served the pink carpet, and she served it like no other. What do you guys think?
She looked like a whoopee cushion.
I mean, Lady Gaga has to come ready, and like she can't just do one costume. Come on, like it has to be like multiple because she has to outdo everybody because that's what she does, and she does it effortlessly. And fan of Lady Gaga.
I mean, I love how she gave not only fashion but theatrics. It wasn't just that she just walked the red carpet. She gave a performance, you know, and it was stunning.
So the show started with Lady Gaga, and we thought, who is going to top this entrance? I mean, this entrance was delicious, delightful, delectable, delight.
That's what he said.
So, but then came this. We had the one and only Billy Porter.
Oh my God.
Walking
Yes,
in.
yes, yes, yes.
And that bitches.
Yes.
That
Yes.
bitches is what we call an entrance Cleopatra realness.
Live your best
All
life.
right? He owned the red carpet with like naked man Antonio. In a fabulous fringe jumpsuit and a sequence wing. So fly. What do we think about him?
Come on,
No,
Phoenix.
love it.
I'm here for
I
it.
did not like this.
Yeah.
No.
Almost naked man.
He looks like a mommy. No.
Oh.
It's really bad. No, this is horrible.
Listen,
I
leave it
think he
to
looks
Billy
fat.
Porter
Horrible.
to always like border the line of androgyny and like take masculinity with like some glam, and he does it, and he does it fiercely every time. So
Which last year he did really great job, but this is ridiculous.
His face was
This
like
is
it said,
ridiculous.
did you think my last look was extra?
What?
He's like extra,
Look at
extra,
this.
extra.
He looks like a
extra
phoenix.
I'm
real
telling you right
about
now. I'm telling you right now. If those guys had just carried him in, and he never even
Ooh.
got off, if they just carried him in and
Next
turned
level.
around and then walked him back home, he would have still shut it down for me.
Yep.
He would have still shut it down for
I
me.
thought you were
the
going to say
wings,
that's
honey, but the
it,
wings.
but he was amazing. I mean, this is the same guy that killed the Oscars with a Christian Siriano ball gown
Amazing.
for the first
Which it
time.
was beautiful.
Which
That's what I'm
Josie
saying. That was
needs.
amazing. Yeah.
Josie needs one of those.
Sign me up for one too.
So then we go to, since we're staying in bigger and better things, since we have Antonio in the room, I keep picking on Antonio because for the first time I got to pee next to Antonio in the bathroom, and my roommate is going to be really jealous.
What a pervert.
You know who I'm talking about, Matthew. Anyway,
Uncle Joe.
Cardi B serving
yes.
you
Yes.
thousands of yards, a 10-foot train, head to toe ruby red thorn brown gown. The nipples alone cost $500,000.
Oh my God.
And her manicure took 3 hours, 250 crystals. What do we think about Miss Cardi B serving ruby red?
I thought I paid a lot for my nipples. They didn't come near to no 500.
She looks like a Teletubby. I'm sorry.
A Teletubby?
Yeah, I like Teletubby. Yeah, Teletubby.
Either way.
now that you said
I
that,
don't
I
like.
see it.
It's like Barney. I don't know. I don't like it either. This is.
I love it if I was cold and I needed a blanket. But it looks like she's on a heavy flow day.
So no, okay. My opinion, Cardi B is like the extra upon extra. So if she doesn't have a dress that's extra, then it just wouldn't match. Now I love it. However, the nipples for me were unnecessary, and especially knowing that there were.
What's up over here?
You could pay your mortgage.
They
Match your lips.
They match her nipples.
What's up over there?
I was sucking on her nipples apparently because of my lips. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna disagree.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I'm gonna
Power, what do we think?
disagree with everybody so far. I live for the outfit. It's definitely a power outfit. I would definitely wear it for any show. I live for it.
All right, and I'm gonna use my chip because I'm not done,
No
bitches.
way.
All right, so. Whoa, that was fast. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and skip to the last slide, which is for those people that didn't follow the theme of camp. These are my picks on camp. This is Jared Leto. This is Gigi Hadid, Janelle Monáe,
All of our wives.
and Katy Perry, who all actually follow the camp thing. Gigi Hadid looked amazing in a Michael Kors with the floor-length matching jacket.
Yeah.
She gave me Elton John and Cher. What do you guys think about her?
Beautiful.
She looks
Perfect.
amazing.
Perfect.
Jared Leto is wearing a Gucci, and this is an homage to Gucci's
That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's cool.
show in February. And then Janelle Monáe wore a Christian Siriano, and
That's
then
amazing.
Katy Perry lit up the pink carpet.
She can lit up herself.
She was giving, a They Are Guest, Beauty and the Beast.
Yes, she was. Be my
The best
guest.
is Janelle. I think that's amazing.
yeah,
That's
Janelle was my
incredible.
personal
And her
favorite.
her eyelashes actually
They
like
open
yours?
and close?
Yeah,
They
they
open-
open-
oh, that's awesome.
I don't know if it was motorized or if she did it like with her arm, but her eyelashes were like.
I wonder.
like
if it's a
actually
little thing in the
looking
bag.
blinking.
I wonder if it's a little button in the bag or like a pump. Or
They
something.
were
Maybe.
showing the Cinderella dress that opens.
Yes.
Same
Oh,
thing.
wow.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
what I was
mechanical.
gonna
Her
thing.
lashes look
All
like
right,
yours.
guys. So we're going to move on to our next. We have a power pack show. Thank you so much, Carlos Marrero, for bringing us and our esteemed panel here for bringing to you Met Gala realness. Okay, but let's talk about it. Are we boxing ourselves in? Are we, as a gay community, we're constantly wanting to distinguish ourselves from the
Sorry.
straight community, right?
Yes.
We want to make sure that everyone knows we are a gay community. We are different from everyone else, and we require your attention. I mean, would you agree with that? What do you
Yes.
guys think?
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I think it's great. Historically, we always had our own bars, our own parties and stuff because it's a place where you feel safe. Because right now we all feel safe at some level, but 20 years ago it wasn't that way for them. So that's why we had to have our own gay bars and places to be safe. Today, not so much for the people that live in the big cities, but there's a lot of people that still live in places that they actually need the gay bar to express themselves
And to escape.
Yeah, and to
Yeah.
escape.
So
yeah.
let's take a look at a video that production put together for us, just to kind of drive this point home. And you guys, as our audience, following us live right now, you come into the conversation with us, and you tell us, are we segregating ourselves?
Point out,
Watch
we are
this.
searching for gay culture. We are looking for gay community. Does it exist in America? We think it does, but we're exploring it every single week. That's what this show is all about. We hope we're helping you find it, and we're finding it ourselves. And remember, if it's important to you, it's happening out. If it's Wednesday and it's 8 o'clock, it means it's
happening out.
So if it's important to you, remember it's happening out. We believe. If it's important to you, remember it's happening out. If it's important to you, remember we're here because it's happening out. We really are trying to pursue, does gay community exist? I think in multiples of ways this week in America and tonight on this show, we found that it does exist. Good night, America.
Yeah, I will do anything to be on the show tonight. Okay.
We can get rid of her, bitch.
So, guys, I hear you, Antonio. Does anyone else want to add anything to
Well,
this
I mean,
conversation?
I think there's the accusation, if you will, of we're segregating ourselves, we're isolating ourselves, whatever. There's some validity to that in a sense, but there's
What do you
on the
mean
other,
by that?
Well, I think we are separating ourselves in a lot of ways. We're looking for, we're trying to be gay bars, gay cruises, gay whatever. We are kind of keeping ourselves in sort of this like microcosm of a community that is separate from the mainstream. At the same time, though, on the other side of that token is assimilation, and I don't see the need personally to assimilate and act like straight people. And act like, mainstream or whatever. There's always going to be people who are different from the mainstream, and we're always going to need those safe spaces, like you said.
I think it's like I said, it's important because a lot of people, they're not in cities like us. Like we live in, like I live in Wilton Manor, so I'm surrounded by gays.
Gayest
My
place
business
on
is gay,
planet Earth.
so everything is gay. But there's a lot of people that don't have this, so it's important to have the gay cruises for them, and it's important to have the gay bars. Now, talking a little bit about the segregation part in our community, what I think is a little scary is when we start dividing ourselves, which we do. We do it all the time. Oh, she's transgender. Oh no, the lesbians, the bears, the daddies, the twinks, and we keep separating ourselves. I'm not gonna hang out with the daddies. I'm not gonna hang out with the twinks. And that's when we have to be a little bit careful, because then we start segregating our own community, and it's happening a lot. So I think we have to be a little more conscious of this aspect of our community.
The rest of the world is doing it to us enough already.
And then we're doing it to ourselves.
Well, I appreciate you bringing that up, because when we do speak about gay and we speak about gay segregation, it is a twofold conversation. We talk about creating that visibility for our community, and then within our own community, we're also using that almost as a weapon against each other. Maybe the conversation needs to lead us down a way that we can unify as a community, and also invite the rest of the world into our world.
I was waiting for that one.
She was saving that one.
I was going to wait till after Josie spoke, but the bell rang, so I have to use it now. What some call segregation, I still call pride. And I don't really give a damn about people having issues with, are we segregating ourselves, or we want to be treated equal, so therefore we shouldn't be different. We are different.
Exactly.
We are different. And we should be treated equal despite our differences. And that just doesn't go for the gay community. It should go for everybody.
Hell yes.
But I would like to point out once again to Antonio's point about segregating ourselves within our community, and this is a big thing for me. If you notice on our own slide here, that once again the standard for what is gay and beautiful is white. And of course, you have two people of color, but they are the drag queens. So it's okay to have black drag queens all over everything, but all the time you always see white as kind of like the standard bearer for what is.
I'm putting my chip so she can finish.
Okay. So it looks like this is a hot topic. Antonio, what would you like to add to it?
Keep going, baby.
Keep going.
So yes, I feel that the segregation is something that is just not between different sects in our community, but also still race. We have a racial issue that we are afraid to talk about in our community, but it's still there. And we of all people should know better.
It's really big, and even in the porn industry where I come from, it's really big, the segregation. You see it a lot, and people are like, I'm not having sex with an Asian, I'm not having sex with a black person, I'm not having sex with an Arab. It's really big in the porn industry, and a lot of people don't notice, but it's really big. That's why you have websites that specify for Latinos, for blacks. So they're all divided because it's really big, and we do it in our community all the time. I think it's a real issue in our community.
Well, I'm going to thank everyone for lending your perspective. It looks like we have Aaron chiming in right now. Come on, brother, you got it.
Almost let you get a.
All right, let's go.
So, in all seriousness, this segregation topic was a topic that I had suggested to talk about, and I suggested it because I staunchly disagree with it. I'm in the same boat that you are, as far as we are different. We are absolutely different, and we should be able to celebrate that, and we should be able to not only be accepted and be treated equally despite, but because we are different, because we enrich this culture, we enrich the world that we live in. And I think that trying to assimilate, which is something we've been kind of pressured into throughout history, just be a little more normal, just act like, we're just like you, and then we'll be accepted. No, bullshit. Except we need to fight for equality for the people who are not just like everybody else. So I'm glad to see that my castmates really seem to all lean that same way and not kind of have because I posed the question the way I did on purpose. It was bait, girl. It was bait. For
that
sure.
was a trap.
That's it. No more chips.
So, you guys, we get to continue this conversation in our community, in your neighborhoods, with your circle of friends. Are we segregating ourselves, and are we segregating each other ourselves from each other? I couldn't think of a better way to move into our next segment of the show. Tonight, we have an activist. We have a coordinator of trans services for a local organization called SunServe. It is my honor to introduce Misty Eyez. Take a look at this video.
Hey guys, it's Misty Eyez. I'm stuck in an overweight middle-aged man's body, but I'm a beautiful girl inside. I actually work now for a nonprofit organization, social service organization called SunServe, SUNSERVE.org. Check it out. I am one of the educators and trainers. I go to corporate America and I do trainings on lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, gender biased trainings for the workplace. And I really go into a lot of trans facts.
All right. Misty, you're here. Thank you so much for joining us this evening and being our special guest. It's really an honor for all of us. I know you know my wife very well, so now you get to know me, right? And I know you probably know many members on this panel. Tell us about your role at SunServe.
Oh gosh, I wear many hats. Currently, I am the Director of Women's Services at SunServe and the Director of Education and Training. And I basically have two primary jobs. My first primary job that I'm focusing on a lot right now is going into corporate America and doing LGBTQ/Transgender 101 proficiency and sensitivity trainings. And I go into hospitals, I go into clinics, I go into therapy situations, police stations, fire departments. And I cater my training to you. So if I'm talking to a therapist, I put you in the mindset of what it would be like to be trans and or LGBTQ. And I talk about all the letters, LGBTQQ, And then I talk about the history of transgender. For example, the first word for trans was transvestite. It was created in the year 1901 by Dr. Magnus Hirschfeld. And then I go into all of that and basically the fact that being trans is not a choice. Why on earth would a person choose to be the most marginalized community in the world, the most hated and hate crime, and nobody wants to hire you because you don't fit into our safe, comfortable boxes? And then I go into the history. Well, okay, how long has this been around? Oh, did you know that the first transgender person was 10,000 years ago in the year 7000 BC? The Neolithic cave drawings were on the walls, and the archaeologists had a word for transgender. Before trans was a word, it was called third sex and third gender, because on these walls they had men and women and female hair, female breasts, and male genitalia. This is not a new phenomenon. It is not a new thing. Yes, we are getting exposure, but it has always been around. And one of my other favorite historical facts is the year 200 BC. There were so many trans people. Hindu law tried to explain why that would be a phenomenon, why we would exist. And of course, it was antiquated, 200 years before Christ or before Common Era. But the law said if a great quantity of male seed was present, a male child was born. If a great quantity of female seed is present, a female child is born. We now know that there's one egg, unless you're fraternal twins. But they tried to explain it because there were so many trans people. We're not new. Most people, it takes like for example, Caitlyn Jenner, she waited 65 years to accept and love herself. And that's the true journey of a transgender person. Many people try to distract or hide or push down, but it's not a choice. You can get drunk or high every single day, but guess what? You're going to wake up one day and you're still there. You can't hide from yourself. You can numb the pain, but you're really you.
Facts.
So,
and my second job.
That's really
my second job is as the Director of Women's Services. I do help LGBTQ women. Notice there's no G in women, but LGBTQ women navigate their many hurdles. And yes, most of my clients are transgender masculine or transgender feminine, and I help them navigate their many hurdles. Name change, gender marker change, finding a doctor that's not going to treat you as a petri dish, but also teach you as a human being. Oh, I have a cough. Maybe because you're transgender. No, I have a cough because I have a cough. I'm also transgender because I'm transgender. And so I help them. There's many, you wouldn't believe Well, some of you might believe.
I would.
You
I
would
would,
believe
girl.
the hurdles in a trans person's life, and I hope you navigate all of those. And we believe in full wraparound case management and hand-holding, because it's a tough journey. That's my 2 jobs.
So let me ask you before we kind of we gloss over any. Why did you choose SunServe?
SunServe chose me.
Okay.
So as most of you know, for the last 19 years, I've been an entertainer in the nightclub industry, literally doing drag every single day. And when Donald Trump became president, is when I decided I needed my name changed. And my birth name was androgynous, but it bothered me. So finally, when he became in the White House, I started hearing all these hating out loud, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go change. So I walked into SunServe to have them help me get my name changed. And the executive director was like, stop. Who are you? What's going on? You are a large and lovely woman with the X factor. You demand attention. And I think I can use that. So we started a couple hours a week and do this and do that, and now I'm full-time.
All right.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, in your 3 most important, I guess, actions that you would like to see the gay community, the LGBTQAI community, do more of to support our trans brothers and sisters. What are those 3 things?
Well, one of the things you guys just talked about, and I was listening to you off stage. Wow. I mean, I'm on not even the same neighborhood, the same house, same floor, same bedroom even. I totally agree with the segregation of our community. And I've emceed Wicked Manners every year since inception. I've emceed Stonewall most of its years since 2005. And the best thing about those events is you can look out and see gay, straight, bi, trans. And in our community, walking down the street, I live in our community, but my office is right in the heart of Wilton Manors. And I see a lot of people, and I see the way we look at each other and we treat each other. Oh, you're too skinny, I don't talk to twinks. Or you're a bear, I don't talk to bears. And we fight for equality, but we can't get equality within our own neighborhood. And that is a huge, huge, huge problem. And trans people, unless there's a drag show, are not often welcome in gay spaces. And that is a huge problem as well. And I understand not all trans people are gay. I am not a lesbian. I've tried it in college, no offense. In fact,
We all worth all the hype.
I tried to force myself, but I couldn't. I am not a lesbian. I am a straight woman. But sometimes, unless I'm performing, I don't even feel welcome in my own bars. And I have fought for equality. I always use the joke, I'm not gay, but I got your back. And I will always have your back. But
So
I don't
Misty
feel
Eyez,
they
what
have
are those 3 things? What are the 3 things you want to see? You get a chance to tell 350,000 viewers right now, a part of our LGBT community, broadcasting from the gayest place on planet Earth. What are you telling those viewers, our gay community? What are you telling them right now? What are the 3 things, the actions they need to take in order to support our trans brothers and sisters?
So the first thing I said was stop segregating. The second thing I said was love each other. And the third thing is going to be the hardest. Love yourself.
Boom.
Because if you don't love yourself, you're going to start picking at each other. Oh, I'm feeling fat today, so you're ugly. And did you know that you have this problem? And oh, look at that. That yellow doesn't even look cute. And guess what? I'm still not cute. So, I'm picking the brightest. Shiny things get stones thrown at them. And so I'm just picking on you for that reason. But
That's a deep statement.
But if you love yourself, why do you got to put other people down?
Whoa.
So I'm going to go ahead and take it from here with, if you love yourself, why would you put anyone down? And on our road to Stonewall right now.
Hold on. Before we go to Stonewall, I can't let Misty leave without asking her a question. Back to the you're not a lesbian thing. Please tell me about this thing that you did. You and my sister Kitty Meow made out. If that ain't lesbian, bitch,
Okay, I'll let that slide.
What was that?
I'll let that one slide.
Okay. Ain't no sliding. I can't let this opportunity pass.
All right.
Girl.
Well,
Kai.
I think there was a landmine around here.
I will like to use the argument that everyone is straight or gay like I use the analogy, spaghetti straight until you boil it.
Yeah.
We all have our boiling point. However, in this specific situation, Kitty and I were performing a drag suicide number, and it was Katy Perry's I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It. And girl, when you're on stage and people are looking at you, you do things for the sake of entertainment
Somebody
value.
had to pick that song ahead of time, though, girl.
I've sucked dick on stage for the sake of literally in a show.
So I can honestly say I have not kissed a girl unless I was on stage since college.
All
right.
You're an
wonderful.
inspiration, by the way, and we're so thankful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Misty Eyez, for joining us.
And if anybody needs help, please reach out to me. You can contact me through sunserve.org or call the main number and they will transfer you to me. My extension is 126, and I'm here to help everyone. LGBTQ women specifically or transgender, anything, I can help you. The life can be hard for all of us, and SunServe helps everyone. So if you need help with anything and I can't help you, I know who can.
And what a perfect way then to lead us into our Stonewall icon of the week. This week I think all of us can agree that this is truly, I mean, we've celebrated many LGBTQAI gay icons on It's Happening Out. And this week,
yes,
we are celebrating Lady Gaga. Yes. So I'd like to show you a little video.
Born This Way was originally the catalyst for the Born This Way Foundation, and the whole idea was to empower young people to accept who they are, to feel proud of who they are, no matter how different.
Can you believe your life right now?
No.
No.
I really feel so blessed, and every day I can't believe the amazing fans I have. I'm so lucky.
So it isn't really for someone to talk about you. It is not for that. It really is to create a space for people.
Yeah, well, this is really who I am, and it took a long time to be okay with that because I'm sure you all, and maybe in high school, Ellen, you feel discriminated against, like you don't fit in, and you want to be like everyone else, but not really. On the inside, you really want to be like Boy George, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I did anyway.
Yeah.
The really fantastic thing about kindness is that it's free and it can't hurt you or anybody else. It is the thing that brings us all together. Kindness to me is an action of love or a showing of love to someone else.
When family was kind of pushing me away because I'm gay, all I had is you and Born This Way album on repeat.
My own trauma in my life has helped me to understand the trauma of others.
I am humbled to stand before all of you here today. I know that some of you have been fighting and doing advocacy work that stems all the way back to the Stonewall riots. And I salute you. As a woman with the most beautiful gay fans in the whole world, I love you all so much.
This is an attack on humanity itself. I hope you know that myself and so many are your allies. Millions of people around the world that believe in you. You are not alone. You are not alone. Orlando, we are united with you.
And the Oscar goes to...
All I have to say is that this is hard work. I've worked hard for a long time. It's not about winning, but what it's about is not giving up. If you have a dream, fight for it. There's a discipline for passion, and it's not about how many times you get rejected or but you fall down or you're beaten up. It's about how many times you stand up and are brave and you keep on going. Thank you.
Born This Way was originally the catalyst for the Born This Way Foundation, and we've since then really morphed into a foundation that focuses on spreading kindness and bravery in the world, because we have found that that is the thing that brings us all together. It keeps our self-awareness and self-assurance intact, but it also builds harmony and brings us all together.
Gaga, bitches!
Yeah. We're all going Gaga over Gaga, okay?
Yes.
This is the segment where we really get to pay homage to those people who are our icons, who are inspiring and, living a life that is shifting, transforming, and changing our gay experience. The hosts, we'd like to share with you a few of their accomplishments and their quotes.
So Lady Gaga is the first female artist to win all 5 major awards in one season. She has won, this season alone, the Golden Globes, the Critics' Choice, the Grammys, the British Academy of Film and Television Award, which is the BAFTA, and the Oscars. And one of my favorite quotes from Lady Gaga is, "I think it's okay to be confident in yourself, like me."
So I'll be nice this week. So Lady Gaga has been hella problematic in that way that white feminism has a tendency to be hella problematic. She has administered a series of apologies in the last recent months. So hopefully her actions will prove her sincerity, and we'll see. But Lady Gaga said, "I don't want to make money. I want to make a difference."
Wait, that was the accomplishment?
That was
Did she apologize?
Yeah, that was the accomplishment. Listen, she's lucky I'm giving her a
was
cookie
being
for that.
nice.
Oh my God. They just said what I said.
Okay. Let's let Aaron be. Okay, Aaron gets to speak his truth, and that was his truth
Hey, I
this
gave you a good
evening.
quote,
Thank you.
I have to say, I did not Lady Gaga when she started in the industry. I was like, oh, any girl with a crew of gays, she can do the same and all the fashion and everything. But I just started to learn to love her. She's super talented. It's not just a person that sings, but she can play the piano. She does so much stuff. Her quote for me, "If you don't have any shadows, you're not in the light." That was one of my favorite. I actually saw her in person at my friend Marc Jacobs' fashion show 3 years ago in New York Fashion Week, and she walked the runway, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's Lady Gaga!" And I was like, it was just amazing for me. One of the accomplishments I love that she does a lot of charities. She does over 50 charities, 30 causes, and she has her own foundation. So it's really great where she put $1.2 million from her money so she puts her money into what she believes. So I think that's just amazing.
Well, Josie, I could not be your fashion guy without speaking about Gaga's fashion. Her unique androgynous vintage theme and costumes, when she came out, they were on a level that we have not seen since Madonna or Cher. And she inspired many, many drag queens and many little monsters like some people in this crowd dance in their living rooms and lip syncing for their lives. And her quote to me is, "I'm just trying to change the world one sequence at a time."
I love that quote. All right, so what I have for Lady Gaga, she is the first living person to reach 10 million Facebook fans, the first to reach 1 billion views on YouTube, and the first to reach 10 million Twitter followers.
Come on, millennial news.
Wow, millennial
So
news
that's Lady
right
Gaga.
there.
Okay, yeah, millennial news. This just in. Okay, so all right. So my quote from Lady Gaga is, "Love is like a brick. You can build a house, or you can sink a dead body."
Ooh.
All right.
That's very Aaron.
Well, that
It is. I was like,
I have a
hey,
little
count
Aaron.
Happy dead.
that. The two extremes, right?
I'm a little dark.
This is how we honor our gay icon this week on our way to Stonewall celebration. Its 50th anniversary. Lady Gaga, we thank you for your contribution to our community, and clearly you continue to inspire. All right, well, I think it's time to eat, guys.
I'm starving.
I'm hungry.
I'm starving. The pizza's arrived, and I believe there's some kid named Mark here to deliver.
Where's Mark?
Oh, hey, Mark.
Hey, what's up, Mark? How you doing?
Like a short daddy for you, Anton.
Hey, listen, I have a question for you. So how well do you get tipped in Wilton Manors?
I don't keep track. It's
Just a tip. Now, be honest. Do people answer naked their doors when you?
Moving on. This has been.
Okay. I just wanted to know.
What did you bring? Tonight is meat because Antonio's here.
Damn it. Great. Perfect for the
All meat.
vegetarians.
Well, thank you, Mark. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you. You guys, so that wraps up another amazing week of It's Happening Out, where we're broadcasting live every Wednesday night from the gayest place on planet Earth, right here at the Fort Lauderdale Grand Hotel in the heart of Wilton Manors. You know, listen, we appreciate you. You keep subscribing to our page. You keep liking, share it with your friends, and know that if it's gay and it's important, it's happening out. I want to go ahead and give our hosts an opportunity to say goodnight.
Good night, children.
Good night, gender fuckers.
Good night, and see everybody in Cuba tomorrow.
Good night, little monsters.
Yes. Good night. Stay silly.
And I'm Chef Josie. Thank you guys for, putting up with me tonight doing Al's job. I want to just say thank you for tuning in. And again, don't forget to subscribe and keep visiting us on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. We put a lot of thought into this process, and we're doing our best to bring you an amazing show each week. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll be bringing you and broadcasting some fun stuff from Cuba. Tune in next week. It's happening out.
Good night.
Good night.
Woo!